Here's how to make chocolate macarons. So for the filling, melt dark chocolate and cream together and let that sit on the side. Then sift your almond meal, icing sugar and cocoa powder together and give that a whisk until everything is combined. Then you can move on to your eggs. You're only going to need the egg whites for this recipe, so go ahead and use the egg yolks for something else. So whisk the egg whites and sugar together until you get stiff peaks. Then you can fold your dry ingredients into your wet ingredients in 3 separate batches. This is where it can take some practice to get the hang of it, because you need a very specific consistency, sort of like this. So fill your piping bag and pipe little circles onto a baking sheet and let...
Hi, my name's Audrey and today I'm going to show you how to make vegan caramel peanut butter bars.
So first you're going to soak your dates for 20 minutes, then drain the water and blend it until it becomes a paste. Then grab your nut butter, some brown rice syrup and your date paste, and then put it in the microwave for about 30 seconds and mix everything until it's combined. Then you can grab 3 cups of Rice Krispies and pour in your wet mixture and just give everything a stir. So just be careful that you're not mixing so hard that you crush the Rice Krispies, so you can be kind of gentle with it. Then you can pour everything into a pan and use the back of your spoon to flatten it out, then put it in the fridge. While it's in the fridge, you can melt some chocolate and coconut oil together and then take it out and pour the chocolate over the top and smooth it out. Then put it back in the fridge to set. So ugly. Today's mochi is chocolate mousse mochi. So start by melting dark chocolate and a bit of cream together, and then whip up the rest of your cream and mix in the chocolate once it's cooled down a bit. Then you can scoop it out into little balls and put that in the freezer. Grab your glutinous rice flour, sugar, cocoa powder and water and give that a whisk until everything is combined. Then you can cover it and put it in the microwave for 1 minute. Take it out and give it a stir. Put it back in the microwave for 1 minute. Take it out and give it a stir. This time put it in the microwave for 30 seconds. Give it one final stir and back in the microwave for 30 seconds. As an alternative, you can steam it for 15 minutes. Okay, dust everything with cornstarch and split the mochi evenly. Then grab your filling and pinch the mochi shut around it. Then you can dust with cocoa powder, decorate with chocolate, and that's pretty much it. Does anyone else really love ugly but cute things?
By decorating this ganache cake today, which I know is your guys' favorite. For some reason, you guys just love watching the ganache. So I'm going to pour that over top of the cake and fully coat it. And then take my spatula and smooth it all off the top. This gets all the excess off the top, and then also you get to seal up any holes you missed the first round. Then it's time to pick it up and add our chocolate shavings, plop it onto our gold bottom, and then pipe out our 6 rosettes. Then we're going to grab 3 strawberries and cut them each in half, 1 half for each rosette. Then it's time to place those on top of our rosettes. I place them across from each other so the cake still looks symmetrical. It's a little thing, but it goes a long way. Then we're adding some fudge leaves to it. We've been so busy lately, not only with cakes, but also with customers. So the girls have been really helping me out, and they've been stretched so thin lately. So I returned the favor.
Yesterday, Kyla took another cake order, and it was due for this morning. So she built the cake yesterday, and then I decorated it last night. So I added to pan the cake, and then let it chill in the blast to harden up. Then I got my ganache and chocolate shavings ready. And then we're going to wake it up from the blast. And then we're going to coat it in ganache. You want to swipe off the excess off the top, so it doesn't drip off later. Then we're going to do our chocolate shaving side crumb. If you haven't noticed, I kind of have my own style of doing cakes by now. This is one of my favorite ways to decorate them. I think it just looks nicer than what they ask us to do. Then we're going to take some ganache, we're going to add some water to it, and if you mix it up, it starts to make it thick so we can pipe it. I know it doesn't really make sense, but that's how it works. I'm pretty sure it's due to the cornstarch and oil in it reacting with the water. That's my best guess. But either way, it looks really nice and tastes good. And they didn't want any writing on top. I hope you like chocolate. It might look like I'm destroying this cake, and that's because I am. One of my friend's nephew, Beckett, is turning 3, and he loves excavators. So we're making him an excavator cake. Once again, I love this because I was given complete freedom. I just had to do something with peanut butter and make an excavator cake. So I went with sweet cream ice cream. I added Reese's peanut butter cups and then some peanut butter sauce. Then I mix that all together, cut it in half, and put the first layer into the cake pan. And then you need to smooth that all out and then add your first layer of cake. After you add your first layer of cake, add the second layer of ice cream, smooth that out, and then the second layer of cake. Then I took that out of the pan and then coated it in ganache, smooth that all out. And then I'm gonna put that on a small rectangle board. Then, if you watched the live earlier, you saw that I got a phone call and then I ended up having to get off. Well, that was because two things happened. I got this cake order for a little petite cake, and because Anthony came in, it was time for me to train him. They wanted chocolate ice cream with M&Ms in it and then chocolate cake. And so I hurried up and made that, and then they wanted me to put ganache on the outside, which I was thankful for because you guys have been asking for a ganache cake and I haven't had any in a while. And then sprinkles on the side, which the sprinkles and the dark color of the ganache look great together. And then they wanted some M&Ms on top, and then all they wanted me to write was number 7. And you've been wondering, since this is a lot of ganache, what in the world do I do with all of it that drips off the cake? Well, first I smooth off the top so I can get even more off. If I don't smooth off the top, it'll all just drip off in a minute when I put the chocolate shavings on. Ideally, you also want to let the ganache set up a little bit before you put the shavings on. But then I take the parchment paper, I fold it over, and then I pour in all the ganache and then I squeeze it down to the bottom. Once that's done, I fold it up into my glove. This part is actually a lot of fun to me, and it's time to go in the trash. After that, we're gonna get our ganache and we're gonna pipe out 6 rosettes and then add 6 half of a Reese's. Then it's time to write happy birthday in pink for them, and I hope this solves your curiosity.